In this video, we're going to start digging into program editing as we move forward, so we can modify virtually every sound that ships with Halion, or even create our own programs from scratch by using this core set of components and editors that Halion comes with. You can view all of the editors that ships with Halion by clicking on the New Window button. You'll see several presets in the menu here, but in the Editor submenu, this will list all of the different editors that are available. But an easier way to view this is by clicking the Open Window button, and it just shows icons for the different editors that we have available. So essentially, we're trying to open up a new window here, and it's asking us what editor we want to view in this window. Now, you'll take note that in the default screen set, not all of these editors are available at a moment's notice, so it's going to be good for you to kind of explore some of these different editors and familiarize yourselves a little bit with what they do. So if we click on our slot rack, we can see a copy of our slot rack. But I want to draw your attention to another element that allows us to add some of these editors to the different editing zones. And we can do that by manipulating the zones using the down arrow in the upper right corner. You'll remember that we can close zones, undock zones, and so forth. But we also have an option to split vertical and split horizontal. On this zone, if we split vertical, it'll give us a brand new section where we can load an editor into this view. Now, when you get started with program editing, the two editors that you'll be using most often are going to be your program tree and your sound editor. So in this new zone over here, I'm just going to go ahead and load the program tree. The program tree shows us the hierarchy of the different components that make up the sound of a program. And it only shows us the settings for the selected program in our slot rack. So if we choose a different slot, the program tree will update to reveal the different components for that selected slot. Another thing you'll notice is in this default view, as I select different things in the program tree, we don't really see too much in the user interface change. We do see a few things down here in the quick controls, but otherwise, it doesn't give us too much information to go on. So the easiest way to get started is by viewing the sound editor along with the program tree. Now, the sound editor is set up as a tab in the default screen set, but if you don't see the sound editor here, you could always open it as a floating window, or you could add it to this list of tabs by clicking the plus sign to add a new tab and choosing the sound editor. But since we already have a copy of it, we'll remove this tab by right-clicking and choosing Close. So again, anytime you want to modify a sound in Halion, it's easiest to use the Sound tab and the Program tree. This time, when we select different components in our program tree, the sound editor reveals the different settings that are available for those selected components. Each program is set up in a hierarchy, so you can see this hierarchy easily by viewing the indented items in the program tree. So we have our main program, and then the different components that make up this program are these different indented layers here. Within these layers, we have several subcomponents. Selecting these subcomponents allow us to view virtually any aspect of this program that we can use to edit the sound. For instance, let's play a couple chords here on this program. So we can make out several different aspects of the sound that are going on. For instance, the most obvious are the piano sounds and the string sounds. We also hear some delay effects and even a chorus effect. We can remove different elements of a program's sound by right-clicking on the layer in the program tree and choosing Delete. So let's delete the string sound and also that vocal pad. We can even mute and solo different elements to make it easier to edit. Let's solo this concert piano. Now we'll unsolo the concert piano and solo the electric piano. Let's try modifying the chorus effect just on this electric piano layer. Let's just keep drilling down into the program tree until we find the chorus effect. By selecting it, we can modify the different settings in the sound editor. So this kind of gives you an overview of the different windows that we need to be able to edit the different sounds and their controls. In the next video, we're going to inspect some of the individual elements that make up a program by creating a program of our own. You'll start to better familiarize yourselves with some of these different elements here. We'll see you in the next video.